think it's time someone removes the Energizer batteries from the T-800 Terminator. This franchise seems like it just keeps going and going and going. Let's take a look at this weekend's new release, Terminator Dark Fate.
August 29, 1997. It was supposed to be Judgment Day.
In Mexico City, a newly modified liquid Terminator, the Rev 9 model, arrives from the future to kill a young factory worker named Danny Ramos. Also sent back in time is Grace, a hybrid cyborg human who must protect Ramos from the seemingly indestructible robotic assassin. But the two women soon find some much-needed help from a pair of unexpected allies, seasoned warrior Sarah Connor and the T-800 Terminator. Directed by Tim Miller, who's really only known for the first Deadpool movie, and produced and written by James Cameron, Terminator Dark Fate is a movie I really didn't care to watch in theaters. I'll admit that the returning team-up of Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor and Arnold Schwarzenegger as the T-800 was somewhat intriguing. But had I known Dark Fate was more like Genesis and less like Judgment Day, I would have gone to watch one of the other flops that came out this past weekend. With films like this, you're not expecting the best or even good acting, and we definitely didn't get it here. Nothing against Hamilton, Schwarzenegger, Mackenzie Davis, Natalia Reyes, or Gabriel Luna. I'm sure it wasn't them. I'm convinced it was the cheap material they were willingly signed on to star in.
When this is all over, I am going to kill you.
I understand.
Not everything in Dark Fate was abysmal. There were some great action sequences, I'll give the movie that much, but it still wasn't operating at 100% testosterone. The story was mildly interesting, and the twist in the narrative was less of a spiral and more of a bend. It was a lazy way on Cameron's part to try and rewrite the timeline of the Terminator franchise. I'm sure there are some die-hard fans that love Dark Fate and would argue with me its value to the franchise, and that's great for those conformists that are wearing blinders. For me, the Terminator franchise ended with Judgment Day, and Dark Fate is an oddly heavy title for a franchise that's been dying. Here's hoping that the Terminator franchise says hasta la vista and won't be back for a while. Now for the thrilling conclusion of my review. The edge of your seat box office top 3. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil dips to third with about $12 million. Joker drops back down to second with $13.5 million. And Terminator Dark Fate debuts in first with a fairly pathetic $29 million. This Friday, Better Days, Playing with Fire, Doctor Sleep, Midway, and Last Christmas all open wide to theaters. For Halton News, I'm Anthony Stanghini.
With me is Heather Govender, and Heather is owner of a new company here in the Halton region, and it's all about waste not, want not, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and talk to us a bit about the items that you are making.
So everything in my shop is upcycled or as low waste as I can get it. So you might know from other segments I've done, I'm all about zero waste. So I make products out of repurposed, pre-loved fabrics. It could be clothing that maybe isn't good enough to wear but still has a lot of really good quality fabric in it. It could be old blankets or fabric scraps. And I make all kinds of things with it. Travel cutlery pouches. Today I brought my memory keepsake bears. So these are custom items that would be made from somebody else's special fabrics. It could be clothing of a loved one or blankets that have meaning to you. And if you just can't bear to part with them but you don't need them anymore, I can turn them into stuffed animals.
I love this idea because for a lot of moms, both of us are parents as well, and we know that you slowly start to tuck away those items from newborn to 1, 2, and beyond.
Yeah.
And then you're stuck with a whole bunch of items that you don't know what to do. They're taking up space. Heather, what a great idea. And why don't you talk to us maybe about some of the creations that you are making? So from teddy bears, and what else are you doing?
I also have fabric gift wrap at this time of year, so I brought a sample of it. There I have a gift that's wrapped in some of my fabric gift wrap. And coming up in a few weeks, I'm doing a workshop to show people how to use fabric gift wrap, and I'll give tips on how you can make it yourself as well.
Okay.
If DIY isn't your thing, I do sell it if anyone wants to buy it from me, but it's super easy to make if you know how to sew or if you don't mind rough edges. And I also do things like deodorants and sugar scrubs packaging free. So I make my deodorants solid bars so that I can sell them without packaging. You can either bring your own, or I have repurposed jars that people can use.
Okay, great. And the significance of buying items like this, upscaled, like you said, or not trying to keep things out of our landfill?
It's a lot of it is just about having the mindset of taking care of the planet. So it's not always just about this one action and saving that one little bit of garbage. It's about just changing our mindset of how we interact with the planet and how we consume. So it doesn't necessarily mean that we're not consuming anything, because that's just not possible, but it's being more mindful in what we're consuming. And I like to help provide people with other options that maybe are a little more eco-friendly. And I'm also doing green living consultations. So if you want to lower your carbon footprint and live in a way that's more friendly to the planet, you can meet with me and I can help you take those next steps if you're kind of stuck and not really knowing where to go from wherever you're at.
Great. And again, so you have the event coming up, and those details are? They're up on the screen.
Yeah, it's November 27th at Darnabati, and the workshop includes a delicious vegan dinner.
Fantastic. And again, if you want to take a look at some of the great ideas and great gift ideas as well, you can visit Heather's Facebook page at facebook.com/wastenotupcycles. Thank you so much for joining us again here on Halton News. And for more information, you can email us, haltonnews@cogeco.com, and visit more videos on our website, yourtv.tv. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.